Hello my friends, this is Chris Coombs with The Truth in Diabetes, and today I'm going to share with you tip number 7 in our 90-day A1C challenge. I apologize for the shoddy camera work that looks a little bit like this, but hey, you know what? Sometimes when you're just out and you got a few minutes to do this, you get to roll with it. Be in a parking lot, you never know who you're going to see or just what might happen. But today, tip number 7, we're going to talk about medication. People that know me, friends with me, close to me, that know how I like to approach things will know that normally I will try and do things with nutrition and natural means, whether that be holistic stuff or herbs, long before I will go the medication route. However, I will also acknowledge the fact that I am alive today because of medical science, namely insulin is what keeps me alive. Also advances in testing supplies and different tests and things along those lines that are able to tell me and my healthcare professional different information that we get to know in order to treat this thing. So what am I going to talk about today? Medication. If you have diabetes, chances are you're going to use medication to control it. Not always, but that's usually the case. Okay? If you're type 1 like me, I take a couple different kinds of insulin. Type 2s, some type 2s take insulin, some do an oral medication, and some are able to get by with just diet and exercise. Today, I am going to specifically address those who are treating their diabetes with medication. Now, what's important when it comes to medication is, number 1, you've got to take that medication as prescribed, as directed. Okay, the thing with medication is it's like checking your blood sugar. If you do it inconsistently, it's not going to have the desired effect. Okay, the other side of that is knowing how to adjust your medication. Now, I would like to be able to teach you how to do this, but bottom line is I'm not a doctor. I cannot give medical diagnosis. I'm not qualified. Okay, so in making adjustments to your medication, one thing that you're going to notice is if you're following some of these other tips that we've talked about, going through this 90-day A1C process, or you've been at this for a while, you'll know that if you're watching your nutrition, you're eating better, you're not eating a bunch of sugar or refined junk, putting that in your body, doing the exercise, all of these things, you're going to notice that your blood sugars are going to improve. Now, if you're not eating the sugar and the crap, also your need for insulin or oral medications very likely will decrease. And so that's when you need to know how to adjust your medication. Now, this is something that you get to work with your doctor on. That's really good to ask these questions. Also, correction dose if you're on insulin, or even what to do if you're on pills and you have a high blood sugar. Things to ask your doctor and work with your doctor. Sometimes you have to be persistent, you have to bug them, you have to call them. My doctor's really cool in that he will let me email him questions. Fantastic, like that. Like to see more people like him. But then again, that's why he's my doctor, is he's able to work with me in a way that's effective. So whether it's calling, talking with their medical assistant, get some baseline things to do. If my blood sugar is low, how do I adjust my insulin? If my blood sugar is high, what's my correction dose? Also with the oral stuff, so that you're working and you have a good knowledge of how to make adjustments to your medication. I'll never forget going to diabetic camp as a camp counselor, and I had a kid in my cabin, and he about freaked out when we suggested, hey, let's change your dose based on where you're at. He's like, no, we don't do that. Literally, this kid's mom would take him to the doctor twice a year for his checkups, and he would get an insulin dose twice a year and never would change it in that time frame. So it took us a week, but we got the kid leveled out. But next time I saw him at camp, same story, back to that. So anyway, just in a little story. But anyway, that's the tip for today. Take your medication, take it consistently, and learn how to adjust according to your need. Now, last thing I want to talk about really briefly is the prize for this 90-day A1C challenge. I know that I've floated it out there a couple of times, but I've got things finalized. I don't have actual product in hand, and I want to show you that when I make the announcement, but it's valued at over $200, and I'm actually really excited about what I'm going to be able to give away to whoever is participating in this challenge. Now that we're into this more than halfway, chances are you're not going to get a new one, A1C, and then an updated A1C, so really all you need to do, post your A1C, or refer somebody to The Truth in Diabetes and have them post their A1C. Right now I've got about, I would say about 10 people, so your odds of winning pretty good at this point in time. So go ahead and post that A1C. You will be entered into the drawing for this prize, again valued over $200. Excited to share this with you. Okay, again, my friends, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Thanks for supporting the Truth in Diabetes. Remember, my friends, disease or destiny, it is your choice.